Hello there, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brandy, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can multitask your makeup palettes, especially if they're rather large ones and have a wide variety of different colors. So yeah, I'm gonna pop up here a little preview of a future video. This is something new I'm trying. The pop up here part of the video of the content you're here to see, something new I'm trying. I'm also using a ring light for the first time, and it is blinding. I don't know how you all do this on a regular basis, because yeah, it's blinding me. And if I had my glasses on, I think it'd be even worse. So anyway, yeah, let's keep this intro rather short, hopefully, and stay tuned. Alright, so hopefully that all worked out with me showing a little clip of what I'm about to do. And I know I've been trying to think of ways I can, entice people to watch the videos, because I know that I'm getting like views, but that doesn't necessarily mean that people are actually watching the video, because if you click on a video and you watch it for I think like 5 seconds, it counts as a view. I would much rather, obviously, you stay for longer than that. If you saw my last reel, shorts, whatever, reels on Instagram, shorts on YouTube, you'll see that I mentioned that there was a reason why I haven't uploaded again, and I have issues with my phone. Try not to make this extremely long for you. I'm going to put a timestamp so you can skip ahead if you don't give a crap why I've been gone. Anyway, so for about a month, my phone would not allow me to download or update any of my apps. And in between, after I've filmed the video and I've uploaded it, I usually delete CapCut from my phone and any thing I use to help with thumbnails, because my phone is complete crap. If I try to download capacity of more than like 65%, it'll just stop working. So in order for me to free up space, I usually delete apps that I don't use on a day-to-day basis. So from moving forward, I'm probably gonna have to stop doing that, because for some reason, just out of the blue, at random, a couple days ago, I can suddenly download apps again. I have no idea why. It suddenly started working again after a month. Phone company has no idea either, because they're idiots. Anyway, so yeah, if you've stuck around for that little explanation, thank you for that. But let's just get on with things, because, oh yeah, another warning here. It's probably going to be a longer video than even my normally long videos, because I'm going to be showing you how to utilize the palette for almost your whole face. And I don't generally, well, I have before, I've done full face makeup before on camera, but I don't generally do that because it takes forever. All right, so the palette I'm going to be using is this one right here. I think the ring light it definitely leaves a glare on things too. Like, how do people I'm gonna have to do some trial and error, I think, with this. All right, let me open up the palette. I know that I've shown this palette before. I'm gonna have to probably lean back even to get it all in frame, or just show it in sections. I guess I can do that too. And this is one that I got off of Temu, and because it has so many colors, I don't think I have a color for contour. I don't usually contour anyway, but I do have a color for bronzer, for blush, for highlight. I even have a color to use for my eyebrows. I have obviously a color for eyeshadow. I have a color that can kind of work as a brightening powder underneath your eyes too, if you so chose to do that. And
okay, so I actually ended up
little
skipping that
trick
step,
you can do, I'll show you later.
I didn't exactly
I have like
do
a lipstick
full
on
face,
right now.
but
You can actually
you do
use
get the
the
general
colors on your
idea.
lips to either change the color, or you can use like a metallic to make a metallic lipstick color. So yeah, if you have just one basic palette like this, and this I think was less than 20 bucks on Temu, you can do a full face. Well, you can't do foundation. Well, maybe. If you can find a color in your palette that matches your skin tone, and you don't mind using a powder form, it's because some people use powder foundation anyway, but it's probably not going to look and have the coverage that you normally would have with a foundation, because these powders aren't necessarily meant to be used. They're meant to be used as foundation, but for blush and for highlight and things like that, eyeshadows definitely can work for that. All right, so I probably should have primed my eyes, because eyeshadows looks probably not gonna look very good with it without it. But you know what? To save on time, let's just jump in here. All right, so I need to find what I did with my mirror. Ugh. Okay, so these are my broken glasses. Now I know that I hopefully set it down within reach, because otherwise I may have to like pause this video so I can find what oh god, this is so annoying. All right, so yeah, I have the mirror must have like fallen down on the ground. I'm going to be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Is this girl ever prepared for her videos? Not really. And I've been doing YouTube for 2 years now. It's pretty sad. So since I had to come back, I decided to go ahead and prime my eyes. So grab the brushes. Show you the brushes I'm going to be using here. So ideally, if you have a brush like this, I don't normally use a brush like this for bronzer, but because of the way it's shaped and because the pan size of the eyeshadow I'm using is smaller, having one that's more like this is ideal. Use this for highlight. Actually, that brush don't need. Use this for blush. This to apply what's the word I'm looking for? Jesus. Eyebrows. This is for eyeshadow. I'm going to do a basic eyeshadow look, since I don't want this to be like super long, but it's probably still going to be pretty long. So let's start off with bronzer. Grab the palette here. All right, so this part right here is where we'll find a brown, and depending on your skin tone, there's like, let's see if I can show you better. Like this row right here is where there are brown colors that should work. I'm gonna go for, I'm hoping this is the right shade. I probably should have checked that beforehand. But I'm gonna go for this shade right here. And like I said, since you have like a small pan, using a brush like this, you may have to like dip it in. I just feel this is gonna be orange. Wait, is that the wrong color? That's the wrong color. Ugh. All right, let me try to clean that brush off. Just wipe it on my blanket. Screw it. I have to wash my blanket suit anyway. Wrong color. I dipped into that, and I want to go in this one. I don't want to look too orange. I'm not looking to look like Donald Trump. Okay, and so kind of just, you may have to like maneuver your brush a little bit different than you normally would, but it still will hopefully get the job done. All right, set that down. I'm gonna shake off the excess. I don't want to tap it on the mirror, because I guess I tap it on my hand, because it makes a loud noise that's annoying. Okay, so I'm hoping this is the right color, and I'm hoping that you can see on camera. Okay, so it is still a little bit on the orange side. So, I mean, it's still working. And it's actually a bit more pigmented than a lot of the bronzers that I use. So, I think just that one dip, even like trying to tap off the excess, is probably enough for this whole side of the face. You know, I think I'm gonna do one side of the face on camera, the other side of the face off camera, just to save some time. All right, now let's get the brush that we need for blush. And we're going to dip into one of these colors right here. I think we're gonna go, we don't wanna go with I don't think we wanna go with a shimmer color. So I'm gonna dip into this color right here. These are bigger pans. I'm not exactly sure why these are in particular are bigger pans, because it's marketed as an eyeshadow palette, but I mean these middle ones, or the second one, there's like 4. The second one from the right, depending on how you open the palette, I guess. Actually, it's the third one from the left. Not that that matters. But anyway, they're bigger pan sizes for some reason. All right, let me tap off the excess. This might still end up being too much, but I usually start up here and work it down. Yeah, see, that is one thing that you want to take into account, is that eyeshadows generally are more pigmented than blushes or bronzers, because, well, there are some bronzers and some blushes that are highly pigmented, but the best ones, in my opinion, are ones that aren't like super in your face at first, so that way you could build them up to the intensity that you want. But this still is working, I think. So hopefully you can see on camera. That's bronzer and the blush. Now let's grab a color that we can use for highlight. I think I'm gonna go in with this row again, but this one right here. So use this one. And this actually, even though it works for highlight, I think highlighters generally, they're milled, like the powders are milled differently. So even though these work for highlights, it may not look the same as like a highlight would, because it's more of a shimmer than a metallic. And yeah, it's not showing up that well on my skin, if I'm being honest. It might be the color being a little light for me. I mean, I can see it, but it's not necessarily great, and it is kind of more glittery than I normally. Okay, the ring light is making the way things look on camera interesting, but hopefully you can see that. Okay, now let's move on to eyebrows. Like I said, we're only going to do one. We're only going to do one side of the face, so that we're not like making this too long. So I'm going to go in, I think, with this brown right here for eyebrows. Hopefully that's going to work out. If not, whatever. At least I'm getting the point across as to how you can utilize your palettes. All right, tap off excess. Try to go in lightly because I don't want to be too heavy-handed. And I don't often wear powders for brows. And this isn't the right color, but I need something that's a little bit darker. But, oh well. Don't really have like a dark, almost black color in that palette. So we're going to make do with this. Okay, and just kind of just work it through. And then obviously you'd probably want to do like some concealer to like clean it up. And try to make it so it's not quite so dark, because it's definitely not the right shade. But hopefully you can see, you know, the point I'm trying to get with that here. All right, now let's go ahead and just do a basic eyeshadow. Since I'm wearing blue today, I think I'm gonna go with the blue color. I'm supposed to go with one color all over. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, you can use an eyeshadow palette for eyeshadow. And I don't know if have I used this palette on camera before? I don't think that I have. I know that I've shown it, but I'm not sure I've actually used it. And there was a lot of kickback on some of these shades. So this is going to be like first impressions of what this blue is like. I think I've used this palette before on eye looks like on Instagram, but I don't know, I don't remember which colors I used. So yeah, if you do follow me on Instagram, it's definitely the ones where I said, well, these shadows, they work, but they take a lot of work to get the look that you're trying to achieve, which is unfortunate. Because they're not, I don't think the pans are that deep. So the fact that you have to go in multiple times in order to achieve an eye look means even though it's a cheap palette and there's lots of colors, if there's certain colors that you use more than others, it's going to, they're not going to last as long. You'll probably hit pan quicker than you would on a normal palette. Yeah, this blue is definitely not consistent with application. I mean, part of it is I'm not great at doing makeup. Another part of it is I don't generally put on makeup just like this with one fluffy brush because of the fact that I have mature eyes, and so you can probably see the way my eyelid moves when I'm doing this. But for the sake of the video, you can definitely see it's patchy. There's more pigment here than there is. Hopefully you can see this on camera. There's more pigment here than there is on the inner corner. Even though I'm starting on the inside side, it's actually probably is a good thing that there's less pigment there because it's supposed to be have a gradient look. But to me, it's not performing that well. It's not blending that great. It's blending into nothing in some parts and like not blending hardly at all in other places, which is really weird. But yeah. Okay, and like I said, you can also use like a metallic with your lipstick. Let's see if I can find a metallic that's gonna go with, I think I might go with this color right here that might go with the lipstick. I'm just gonna put it over the lipstick. I'm gonna use my finger. Put it over the lipstick to change the way the lipstick looks. Just patting it in. Okay, it's not super metallic, so I don't even know if you can see on camera that if it's making much of a difference. All right, where'd the color go that I was just using? You know, I think I'm gonna go with a different, like a darker color. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, not really. Okay, you can sort of see a difference, but not much. So with this hack, with the lip hack, I would definitely try to go with a eyeshadow that, if you are going to use it on your lips, that's a lot more metallic, or like maybe go in with a gloss instead, and then like use that to establish the color, like a clear gloss. That's another way to do it. But anyway, yeah, that is how you utilize your palette. I know I look weird with only having one side of makeup done, one side of my face of makeup, but hey, for the sake of time, let's see where we're going on time. Actually, you know what? This video may not be as long as I thought it would be. I was thinking it's probably gonna be like 30 minutes long, and it's not gonna be, which is good. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up for me. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I don't know when the next video is going to be, but I do have some in mind, several things I have in mind, but we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, again, thank you immensely if you've made it this far. Please do comment what you thought of it, because Your girl needs the algorithm help. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna see you later.